2009-2010 season was the last time that Olympique Marseille had won the French League title. Currently, as we speak, they are the only French team to ever win the Champions League, something that PSG, alongside Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, and everyone that's played for the club, have not been able to pull off. And that is something Marseille fans are incredibly proud of. But one thing to not be proud of is this season, 8th position with 47 points. That is not good enough. I mean, yes, sure, they could possibly get higher up the league table if direct comparison and goal difference works out for them, but genuinely speaking, this has not been a good season. And if you look at it historically, it is quite bad. So you can see second place in 21-22. Second place in 19 and 20. Second place in 12 and 13. And before that, after the season where they had won the title, they came in second place. But you can see the title has not been won in a long time. And Olympique Marseille had to rely on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to come into the club and have an incredible season. Honestly, without Aubameyang, I don't even know where Marseille would have been this season. But it's time to bring back this French giant and take them back to European football as well to win another trophy before PSG does it.
Let's do this!
As we go into this rebuild, and before I actually show you this team, let me just tell you that Marseille has gone through 4 coaches this season. Yes, it's insane. They had the likes of Marcelinho at first, who started the season. Then he was replaced by Jacques Abardonado as a caretaker. Then Gattuso, yes, Di Gattuso came in to coach Marseille and was fired as well. And at the moment, it's Jean-Louis Gasset who is coaching this team. And it looks like they're after Fonseca as their next coach. It's a madness at Marseille. And I can tell you, I was watching a lot of games of Marseille basically 2 years ago when Saliba was at Marseille. That was the time where I watched a bunch of their games and I absolutely fell in love with their fans. If you guys are looking for heated atmosphere, Marseille is definitely the one to watch. But here we are with Aubameyang, the man who is 34 years old, probably 35 in real life right now, carrying this Marseille squad. That load could get too heavy for an aging man. He tried his best. Even in European football, they got quite far this season, but they failed. And Aubameyang was crying after their loss against Atalanta, I believe. But yes, it has been a madness for him. But then the rest of the team, honestly, it just hasn't been as good. I'm quite disappointed with a lot of the players and how they performed for Marseille this season, I have to be honest. But the one player that has basically been standing out quite a bit this season as well has been Balerdi. Balerdi is a very, very talented player who came over from Borussia Dortmund. I think at one point Borussia Dortmund signed him because they thought he could be the next big thing. But then he kind of failed during the period where Saliba was there and such. But now he seems to be one of the better performing players in this Marseille side for sure. After him, though, it's definitely Aubameyang. Statistically speaking, Mbemba has had a decent season, I guess, but you can see a lot of issues within this team when you look at it. I love the fact that Quentin Merlin is part of this squad, by the way, a player that I've been liking for a long time. I don't know how he performed for Marseille this season. Any Marseille fans in the comments down below, let me know who has been your best player this season apart from Aubameyang. Let me know in the comments. But there are a lot of issues with this team and we're going to have to dive in and fix a lot of them. Lots of transfers, lots of movement, a proper rebuild today.
Oh yeah!
I've just seen a mad stat. The top scorer of Marseille obviously was Aubameyang with 16 goals. And then the second and third top scorer are Gigot, a centre back, and then the third one is Klose, who is a right back, and then after that it's Sarr. All those three basically have 3 goals, but how mad is it that that man has had to basically score all the goals for this team? Crazy. An incredible talent is walking into our team for an immense fee. The most amount of money I'll be spending in this transfer window is on this man, and he needs to support Aubameyang. That's the reason why I've gotten him. We have a massive issue in this team in terms of finishing our chances, and the only man that does it is Auba. So I was looking for wingers who have really good finishing, at least 75 finishing on them, and Yeremy Pino is such a talented player, currently at Villarreal, but has had an ACL injury and hasn't been able to play much, and no one has really been talking about him. So it's time to give him another chance here at Marseille. 45 million plus Luis Enrique, who in my opinion is not that great of a talent. At one point I believed he was, but he hasn't really shown his ability too much. So Pino is here now, and he comes in, as I said, with good finishing. 79 finishing on a left midfielder slash left winger. That's the position we're going to change him to. We're going to work on that shot power for sure, but generally speaking, this is someone that can definitely get a bunch of goal contributions, not only score them, but also set them up for Aubameyang, who probably is only going to be here for one season in that striking position. I assume he's going to go down in his stats. So that's going to be the partnership we're going to have. Pino, Aubameyang, Sarr for the first season. Our first season here at Marseille has come to an end, and I actually wonder, how have we done? Because I forgot to fix the manager rating thing, and that kind of tells me we didn't do as well. Let's take a look into it. Second place. What are you complaining about? Oh yeah, the unnecessary objectives. Honestly, bro, if EA don't fix this objectives and manager rating issue in the next FIFA, we might as well never ask for improvements again, because they seemingly don't care. Here we are in the second position with 70 points after in real life only coming in 8th, possibly higher. We'll see how that works out for Marseille on the last day. But I think this would be a position that Marseille fans would love to take back into Champions League football, which obviously is huge in terms of cash. And cash is what we need, because Pino has gone up in his rating. He's up to an 83. But then you have a very, very aging squad. Aubameyang down to a 79. Veretout is 31. Kondogbia is 31. Rongier is 29. We are looking at Mbemba, who is also approaching the age of 30. Klaus, I believe, is above 30. Yes, 31. Paul Lopez is 29, which is fine. By the way, Paul Lopez, possibly one of the most intriguing goalkeepers that I saw play in the past couple of years. Like 2 years ago, Marseille was playing a very interesting style where both center-backs were basically on the halfway line, spread out on the right and left. And then Paul Lopez was just stood in the middle with the ball. Like, he was being pressed by the opponents, and he just was having the ball in the middle of the pitch. An immense amount of risk to take, where a couple of times he failed, but very interesting situation there. And by the way, don't forget that we do also have Unahi, who is a very, very talented player, but things haven't really worked out for him ever since that amazing performance he showed for Morocco. I still wonder if he can turn his career around. Maybe it will be in this team. I mean, he's 78 rated, so he could take over from one of the aging midfielders. But next season, we'll have to spend a lot of money. A lot of those old players will have to go, which will be a huge undertaking. But there we go. See what I told you? That's why I brought him in, because he has that finishing. 18 and 4 from Yeremy Pino. Aubameyang, again, great season. 15 and 5. We appreciate it, but we will have to let him go next season, or at least turn him into a backup striker. Sarr coming in with 11 and 6, much better than real life. Unahi with 6 and 5. Okay, that is a very good sign. So maybe actually Unahi takes over one of the midfield positions. I'm okay with that. Season 2, here we come.
Yeah, baby!
Let's give him a chance. Mason Mount, come to Marseille. Honestly, I want to do it. I feel like this is the transfer to make. A player that came to Manchester United and didn't really perform too well, or has had to deal with injuries and such. But generally speaking, Mason Mount is a good football player. It's just a question of, is it going to work at Marseille? And for me, I want to give him that chance. Mason Mount, welcome to our team. You're going to be taking over that right center midfield position, as Unahi is going to be rocking that left-hand side. Mason Mount, obviously, very capable in terms of moving the ball forward, getting assists, getting goals. And at this club, now at the age of 25, this is a good chance for a player like him to, once again, prove himself. I mean, we've seen it with Jadon Sancho. Came to Manchester United, didn't really perform, fell out with the coach, and went back to Dortmund, now playing in the Champions League final. So, Mason Mount, follow Jadon Sancho's route, just at Marseille instead of Dortmund, you know. 18 goals and 4 assists for FC Porto in the past season. The man that played alongside Taremi and helped them to score lots of goals, but not necessarily win any trophies. Evan Nilsson is joining us right now, seemingly having joined Newcastle United. We're going to bring him over to Olympique Marseille right now for 51 million. Aubameyang, I appreciate you. I think you're great. We're going to put you onto the bench as you keep on declining in your rating, but Evan Nilsson is the one. He comes in with a 4-star week for 3-star skill moves, 0 play styles. Really, EA? Really? Okay. Not the most amount of pace, as you can tell, but shooting-wise, we are looking at a great player. 86 strength on him, 87 reactions, 86 attack positioning, 86 jumping as well. And then his finishing is on an 82, which I assume is close to Pino, who has 83. So these will be battling it out for the goals and hopefully helping each other out. Sarr has turned into a right winger. I don't know how good his finishing is, 77. I don't expect much out of him, but I'm really liking the changes we are making. And luckily, this season we have been given an insane budget, my friends. Let me show you real quick. We are currently still on 67 million, despite bringing in 2 players for around 90 million, I believe. And I am selling a couple more. I'll actually show you in a sec.
Shut your face.
And here it is. Guendouzi returned from his loan at Lazio, sold him for 40 million. Sorry, Guendouzi. I just don't need you in this team right now. And then we have Veretout, who has left for 20 million. Kondogbia for 19.1. Vitinha coming back from loan as well for 14.5. He has failed miserably at Marseille anyways. Harit, 13 million. Lirola, 3.8. One of the most annoying players I've watched in 2 years ago when Marseille was playing, and he was playing as a right back, right wing back. The lad was nowhere to be seen when it comes to defending. So Lirola, get out of here. Garcia has left, De La Fuente, Amavi, all these guys, and some players are being sent out on loan. And after selling a couple more now, we are on 98 million. So I can still make some signings. AC Milan, Juventus, Inter. One of you has to pick up this man. Buongiorno is joining us from Torino. A great season that he had this time around. And I hope he actually was called up to the national team as well for the Euros. I don't even know. Is Italy part of the Euros? I can't remember right now. I hope they are. I don't want to miss them in Germany. It was fun last time, wasn't it? No. Anyways, 82 points. 82 rated. He's coming into our squad. And Mbemba drops down. And here he is. 81 rated, actually. Left-footed, so we can put him onto that left-hand side. Should be fine. Valerdi goes onto the right. Buongiorno has been immense. And not just him. A couple of players at Torino have been very impressive this season. If I'm not mistaken, just yesterday, they beat AC Milan 3-1. But yeah, very good player. Definitely deserves a move to an even bigger club and could definitely play as a starter for them as well. But right now, his journey goes to Marseille, and I'm happy with that. Season's over, and Olympique Marseille, this time coming in 3rd place with only a 2-point gap to Nice. Not PSG, Nice, and they have won the title. Congratulations on that. But I have something to show you. It's madness. Coupe Nationale, first of all, we were not part of the final. We were not part of the semi-finals. We got kicked out in the quarterfinals. But in the freaking Champions League, we're in the final. We are actually in the Champions League final. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to hop into this one and beat Manchester City. But there's no way I'm pulling that off at this stage. I love the fact that we are there. I love the fact that this team somehow is good enough to get there. We have like, what, 3 players above the 85 rating? It just shows that we are a collective of players, not just individuals doing their own thing. And that's something I love. But there's no way we can pull this off. So if we win this Champions League final, we're going to continue. I'm not done yet. I want this team to be world-class all around at some stage. And currently, it's only Pino and Evan Nilsson getting to that level. Pino, by the way, he's unreal. 89 finishing right now. Evan Nilsson, 87. Our striker has less finishing than our winger. And I assume he has more goals. Let's check it out real quick. How's it looking there? 27 goals from Evan Nilsson, 24 from Sarr. Impressive. Didn't see that coming. Pino with 18 and 10, 28 goal contributions. Still amazing. Mason Mount, first season, 6 goals and 10 assists. Very, very good stuff. Unahi played his games and went up to an 80 rating. And I just wonder, Paul Lopez is only on an 82. How the hell did this team make it to the Champions League final? I have no clue, but We're going to go ahead and sim this one. Good luck to Olympique Marseille. If they win this, that would be amazing. That would make it 2 Champions League trophies. PSG, eat your heart out. Here we go. Quick sim. Bang. They actually won. That's insane. Oh my god, bro. I did not see that coming. Sarr and Evanilson have won the Champions League against Manchester City, who probably had an insane squad. Ederson, Joao Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, De Ligt, Mendy, De Bruyne. Then you have Bernardo Silva, Alvarez, Rodrigo, Haaland, Foden. How? How did we pull this off? This is insane. I can't remember the last time we did a rebuild where such a weak team managed to win it in a simulation. This makes no sense. This rebuild is special. Let's keep going. I have been hearing that Courtois is going to be playing a Champions League final, which means Lunin won't, despite his incredible performances in too many games. And I find that disrespectful. I get it. Courtois is one of the best goalkeepers, but still, man, this guy did it all. He got you to that stage. And for me, he should be playing. But here it goes. Andriy Lunin is joining Marseille. Paul Lopez is leaving. Lunin is joining. And with that, I'm hoping we're bringing in a goalkeeper that still has some upside to him. Only 26 years old at this stage, 6'3" tall. This team has won the Champions League. I still can't believe it, but I am making a couple of changes to it to make it even stronger on paper. And whilst doing that, from this point on, I'm actually not going to be putting any players into the swap deal. I'm just going to go straight cash. Next up, though, I'm thinking it makes sense to bring in a CDM and possibly a centre mid. No, maybe a right back. I have no idea. I'll make my decision. Unahi, please don't get me wrong. I still appreciate you, but I love Tijani Reinders. This guy was unreal at AZ Alkmaar, has joined AC Milan, and slowly seems like he has taken over his position in that squad. And I still believe he is such an unreal player. So he comes into our squad now as an 84 rated center midfielder, which means Unahi drops down to the bench. And as you guys keep saying, we need a strong bench, so it's fine, right? So Reinders comes in now with the 84 rating, incredibly well-rounded, and the ability to set up his teammates and finish chances on his own as well. Can also defend, which will be quite helpful. Overall, if we compare these two, you can just see Reinders is better in everything apart from skill moves, but that's it. And here is the CDM to take our game to the next level. It is a player from Ligue 1, Youssouf Fofana, the CDM from AS Monaco, who also had made it into the French national team previously, is going to be part of our team. I don't know if he's actually part of the Euro squad, but he's going to be part of our team. Rongier, appreciate you. Very, very good player, by the way. Is taken over, or his position has been taken over by Fofana now. If we compare them both directly, you can see that he beats him in a couple of categories, while Rongier only has the physical side down, which I don't think is actually true, because Fofana is 6'1". Yes, Rongier might have a bit more stamina and everything, but Fofana is going to be a lot more imposing in that position. And with that, our midfield looks much better already. And I don't have any more money to spend. So, Klaus, you're going to be surviving for another season, pal. The season has come to an end, and as you can tell, there is no Champions League final. Mason Mount's former team, Manchester United, has kicked us out. What a shame. What a freaking shame. But honestly, guys, just quickly want to ask you something. Would you prefer if Manchester United was as dominant as Manchester City is now? Because for me, I'd be saying yes, because then I actually would care more about beating Manchester United again. Manchester City is just, dude, they're just going to do it again. As I'm recording this, it's like hours before the last game of the Premier League. City is going to do it, aren't they? And with 115 charges still above their heads, I really wonder how that's going to turn out. If anyone is going to be given the Premier League title in hindsight and all that stuff, it's a madness. But yeah, going back to the whole thing, if United was doing as well as Manchester City, I would care a lot more. Actually, I shouldn't say I would prefer it. I'm just saying I would care a lot more if United was in that position. As a Liverpool fan, I'd love to hate them more. But here we are, feeling sorry for Manchester United with Erik ten Hag. Here we go. League table, Marseille have won the league. Okay, last season Champions League title, this season Ligue 1 has been won. Good stuff by the lads. And is it true that next season it's going to be called like Ligue 1 McDonald's or something? Or was that a joke? I don't know if it's going to be called Uber Eats again, but let's go ahead and take a look at the stats from our players. Starting 11, Champions League worthy. Yes, very, very much Champions League worthy. You know what? I'm actually going to get rid of Sarr next season. I have a team that has won the Champions League. I should be able to attract any player in world football. But then again, I need to spend money on the right back position. So probably going to spend most of my budget there. Let's take a look at the stats. Maybe Sarr was good enough. He was good enough. 18 and 14. Gotta give it to him. I still remember the days when he played for Watford. Evan Nielsen with 33 and 1. That's the type of strike that we want to have here. Pino with only 13 and 7. 20 goal contributions. Mason Mount with 18. Tijani Reinders with 20. That's what he does. We love to see it, lads. We're moving on into the next season, and I think that is possibly going to be our best. I want to see multiple titles. I've decided to bring back a Frenchman. Bayern Munich bought Sacha Boey, and things initially didn't look too good so far. And I think it would be good for him to move to a team like Marseille. He's going to join us, but ideally, personally as a Bayern fan, I really hope he can actually get that right back position. I think he's class. He just needs that confidence, you know, that he's lacking at the moment. We're paying 70 million for this one, by the way. And he's coming in and replacing Klaus, obviously, and that is a massive upgrade. 89 pace, 83 defending, 86 physicality, 25 years old, and French. And you know what, Sarr? Due to your incredible performances, I'm going to keep you in a starting 11. But Boey is now part of the team, and I think it really upgrades this defense once more and still gives us that attacking threat that Klaus obviously had. We already got past the likes of Inter only to smash up Lille in the quarterfinals 5-2. Chelsea in the next round, and it is us going to the final. Beautiful. Olympique Marseille. Now, show me if you are actually also going to the title celebrations for Ligue 1. We'll check that out in a second, but Manchester City is the team we're going to be facing, the team that we already beat in a Champions League final in a simulation with a much worse team, which means if we lose it this time, it's on me because I'm terrible at the game. So, let's see. In the Ligue 1, have we won this one too? Because that would be exactly what I set out as the goal for this season. 87 points on Olympique Marseille, PSG on 79. Cry more. Well, they are gone. After Mbappe leaves Ligue 1, I really, really hope that it becomes a lot more competitive and we see surprises in the league. That would be a lot of fun. But for some odd reason, I feel like when Mbappe leaves, it's going to be even better for PSG. I don't know why. It's just a gut feeling. I feel like they're going to dominate even more. Let's see how that goes. But here it is. The squad that we have put together is obviously ridiculous. Pino, 94 rated. Evan Nielsen, 91. Sarr gone up to an 89. Mason Mount reviving his career. Tijani Reinders coming from AC Milan. Then we have Fofana joining us from Monaco. Merlin, who has joined them from Nantes anyways. And then we have Buongiorno in the centre-back position as our captain. Balerdi holding down his position. Sacha Boey with the 87 rating, and then Lunin as well. And to be honest, the captaincy, I probably should be giving it to Balerdi. He has been one of the more outstanding players this season, so he takes that captaincy. And then as the backups, by the way, Mumbagna has returned from his loan deal, which could be quite useful. And I'm just wondering, instead of who I'm going to play him, because Ndiaye seems to have better stats as a centre forward, so I guess not. We're just going to keep it like this. Unahi, Rongier, all these guys, really, really good backups to have, I guess. I guess I can take out Mughe, that's his name. But off we go into the stats. Let's read through them and see who has performed best this time around. 45 and 3. Evan Nielsen on fire. Pino 24 and 17. Sarr 18 and 12. Mount 12 and 10. So many players with over 20 goal contributions. Exactly what we want to see. Even our CDM getting 9 assists for himself. Really impressive. Manchester City, let's see your team this time around. Can you compete with us? Haaland, Foden, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Goretzka, Rodrigo, Nuno Mendes, Ta, De Ligt, Lewis, Ederson. Just as strong as last time. This is going to be interesting. I'm kind of scared of Haaland, I have to admit. And most importantly, Phil Foden and Rodrigo are the two players I cannot stop from dribbling. So that's not going to be fun. We might not have the biggest names going into this Champions League final, but I still believe we created an unbelievable unit that instantly was capable of winning the Champions League. This is the second time we're going for it against the same team. So Manchester City, if you fail twice against us, that will mean something huge for Marseille. Let's get this trophy. Mason Mount. Too many people. Fofana. Off we go. Shot taken. Shot saved. Off we go with Quentin Merlin, who is amazing on the ball. What the hell was that? A pass into Mason Mount with a bit of space. Imagine Mason Mount winning me the freaking Champions League trophy. That'd be sick. Dino's cross. Whipped in right towards Evan Nilsson. Keeper comes out. Wrong timing. The physical stats on Evan Nilsson are showing right here. The man is not the tallest, but he is a threat in the air that Manchester City should have dealt with much better. Look at him rise. The Brazilian going up in the air and managing to get to the ball before Ederson, who makes a big mistake early on into this game. Oh no, Haaland. Instant attack from Manchester City. Horrible defending. I had the ball. What am I doing? I had it right there, lads. I messed up, and I also shouldn't be in the bottom right. Look at that. I had it there. I thought, oh, great defending. I did it. And then I'm passing it out like that. Kick it. Just kick it away from defense. Uh-oh. We're opening up big time here. We are opening up big time. This is not it. Haaland makes room for Phil Foden and Kevin De Bruyne. City is taking the lead. This is not what we wanted. It all started off so well with Evan Nilsson, but now it's all falling apart. I don't want to lose another Champions League final, man. Come on, lads. Please, let's step up. I need this. Oh my God. Phil Foden ruining my entire defense. It's 3-1. Lads, that could be it. That could genuinely be it. We need to score at least one goal by the 75th minute or something. We're falling apart. Evan Nilsson asking for the ball. Is he going to receive it? He is. Wow. Evan Nilsson, this is outstanding stuff from you. He tried his best. And by the way, as I'm recording this, this is on the next day. Manchester City has won the trophy. Arsenal didn't manage to get it done. I mean, what am I supposed to say? I'm not like, I wasn't hoping for Arsenal to win it, but maybe I was hoping for something new to happen. 3-2 before halftime. That's even better. We're back into it. I want to take this trophy away from City so bad. I can't believe we gave it away so badly in the first half. They're conceding 3 goals, but it's fine. Our attack can handle this. I feel it. Oh, what the hell? Evan Nilsson. Yes. Let's go. Oh, a big mistake at the back. We made one for them to score, and now they have repaid the favor. We will take that. 3-3 it is. Marseille is back into it. Oh, Yeremy Pino nearly had him. Yes. Go on. Please. Evan Nilsson hits the post. Oh, mate. We are putting on the high press and forcing mistakes out of this Manchester City team. Oh, that man has been sent to the shops. Quentin Merlin and Pino. It is working out still. Evan Nilsson. Mason Mount. Oh, I thought that was it. Yes. Good steal. Sasha Bowie. Sar. Evan Nilsson. Off goes Tijani. Mate, I'm gonna lose my mind. If this goes to penalties, I'm losing for sure. We're going into penalties, lads. Nothing worked out in extra time. I can't believe we're actually going to penalties. I'm gonna lose this. I can't remember the last time I won a penalty shootout against the AI. Down the middle, Mason Mount, first goal. Haaland, bottom right. Evan Nilsson, my hero. Evan Nilsson, the villain. Rodrigo. Ah, he goes to the right. It's too easy. Fofana, bottom right. That was too close. Sergio Gomez, he can't be good. Surely not. He is. Tijani Reinders. Yeah, come on, Ederson. Oh, mate, I hate the AI on penalties. It's done. Oh, mate, this sucks. We did so well in this game offensively, only to completely bottle it in defense. I'm sorry, Marseille fans. At least I did get you one Champions League trophy already, but I would have loved to get this one as well. It didn't work out today. It was a hell of a Champions League final, though. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Sadly, I'll have to sit here and watch Manchester City lift that trophy, but you won't have to. Take care and peace.